using stock combos to send him up to kill with C4 is so smart, and it just works just because of, you know, Sonic speed. But it looks like Joker will be the one coming out first, as you stated before. Definitely PS2, but we'll see what they have here in Losers Finals, wanting to get that run back against Wolfie and Grease Almighty.
Yeah, I feel like the Joker, like I said, it's just the safe pick. You know what you're getting with Joker. You know you've got like those consistent setups and just the way that he plays.
Oh, no, not his teammate. Not the Ice Climber's trauma that I know of, like extending the hurt box because the first person gets hit. Oh, that is unfortunate start for Dany and Troy, as they also want to get their run back against Wolfie and Grease Almighty, but it's only the first stock of the set.
Again, yeah, you got to watch that friendly fire. That is a big thing in doubles. I've seen it happen time and time again with many teams today, so just really got to be careful of some of those strong moves, making sure you don't catch your teammate in the crossfire.
Yeah, definitely not. Oh, a big Rebels guard coming out from that back here, getting a second Arsene. Ravenking is still hanging on and trying to get a little bit extra % with these side Bs as well. Meanwhile, Dany and Troy are just kind of holding ledge at this point, trying to play keep away off the stage.
Oh, landing regular up smash actually going to come out to be able to take that stock off of Troy. And now the stocks are completely even, but Dany in a bad position right here, trying to get back to stage. He does end up making it and taking center stage once again. Yeah,
Ravenking really wants to have Arsene proc
constantly.
Oh, no! Oh, man, off the side.
Oh, I've seen that one before.
This is the third Arsene we've gotten from Ravenking. He's using that Rebels guard a lot on these get-up attacks and scraps just to get Arsene out as much as possible, which is the smart thing to do, as those stronger hits will do a lot more damage and knockback against these characters.
Looking for that forward air right now, but Dany responded with a forward air of his own. The battle between him and Ravenking continues. But ATATA is trying to interrupt that right now with some forward airs of his own.
Yeah, they've really kind of gone into their respective 1v1s, and we're seeing ATATA stay away from Troy, as I think that a lot of the Ness, like, lightweight as well as his multi-hits just does not work out as well against K-Rool. So we're seeing him stay away from Troy more so than Ravenking.
It's always interesting to me to see not only the setups that teammates create with each other that work, but the ones that they're trying to create that don't necessarily work. I saw earlier Troy tried to do a forward throw into Dany's back air, which didn't end up working in that moment, but I just thought it was really interesting to call that out. And just the fact that some of the setups that you see are not always going to work, but it's just, I just really like the theory crafting that goes into doubles.
Oh, absolutely.
Whoa.
But Troy, had an unfortunate turn of events, getting hit by a rocket off stage, and then had no double jump and just kind of got walled out for his last stock, which is very unfortunate, as Dany tries to work back a 4-stock deficit compared to Red Team. But it's going to be a raw back air trade that's going to be doing it, which absolutely Ness will be doing. Just if you get the one back air, it's so strong with the rage.
Yeah, there's really not much you could do at that point if you're Dany. I mean, he was able to get one stock, but just too steep of a hill for him to climb right there. Yeah. So what we're definitely going to be looking for in this game from Dany and Troy is, one, don't spike your teammate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot that happened.
Two, you want to look for some more consistent setups. It seems like a lot of the setups that they were doing when I was talking about the theory crafting and everything, you know, like I said, it's cool to see those setups, but in the end, they didn't get you anything because they didn't work. You got to make sure that the things that you're doing, you both are in sync with each other. When it comes to timing, what moves are coming out when, you got to make sure that you're getting something off of those setups, whether it's a combo or a kill.
Yeah, absolutely. And with both of your opponents having slightly mobile characters where they're able to get in and do scraps early, you have to make sure that whatever combos you're working on are going to just work immediately. There's an untechable for Troy, but ATATA is going to have that limited rocket and also loses stock there as they trade with each other.
I think that was actually a pretty smart stock trade right there. It's unfortunate that Troy did lose the stock, but in the end, you get rid of ATATA super early.
Yes, and that's very important, especially because then he might have to stock steal from Ravenking, and Ravenking wants a lot of those stocks because it means more Arsene opportunities, more 599 that you really get to keep using. Oh no, not the West It was the air dodge out of the PK fire that wasted Troy's second stock there, which is a very unfortunate turn of events for blue team, as Dany is going to be finding another stock. This isn't as far split as you'd think it would be, as ATATA is also on his last stock too, compared to their other 3 stocks.
I was about to say earlier that after Troy lost that stock, I was like, well, he might be starting to regret going for that stock trade early on in the game, but he's really been carried by Dany, who was able to get another kill on Ravenking, and all of a sudden, Dany at 3 stocks retains the lead for the blue team.
The combo into the blunderbuss shot after he was already dead from the dash tag is way too BM, honestly. But yeah, we're seeing a little bit of comeback here, but that up smash, even though it's charged, not taking out Troy yet. Being at 140, we might see the stock trade. Good tech as Troy hangs on at 162, fighting his way back in. It's going to be the rocket.
Another untechable like
no.
Earlier. And now blue team is on their last stocks. The momentum has shifted back in the favor of the red team.
Yeah, the red team's been doing such a great job of doing that edge guarding, but it looks like red team is on the back foot now with the Tata at 130 and no backup stock to steal from Ravenking here. And doing a 2v1 with Joker, kind of unfortunate, but Arsene's coming out real soon, about 60% here.
You gotta imagine, and there he is. There's the funny blue man. You don't want to be hit by the funny blue man, and it's not going to be as funny at that point.
Yeah, this is going to get a little bit crazy as ATATA finds his way back on, and Ravenking is just running back and forth, scrapping with everyone, trying to get a Tetrakarn and not finding anyone to proc it. It will be an F smash, not killing Dany somehow.
With that down smash from ATATA,
God.
Now we are in a 1v1, and Ravenking at 126% does not have Arsene anywhere close to being on deck. Trying to get those down guns there, but was unable to get the kill and finish off Troy. At 89%, and that percent will climb thanks to that side B.
Yeah, Troy's looking for a grab here to find a safe kill at this point. It's going to be the down throw, but not doing up tilt, surprisingly. But using grabs to not proc Rebel's Guard because if Ravenking gets Arsene, it will probably be over at this point. It's going deep, gets a great tech here. Troy's been doing a really good job at teching.
And there comes the neutral, but he does end up getting the Rebel's Guard.
Ravenking's going to wait out for Arsene, but Roll in is going to be getting hit with a forward air.
Yeah, that was the perfect time for Troy to get that kill. As soon as you got that blunderbuss on the Rebel's Guard, you knew that Arsene was going to come out, and that was exactly what Ravenking was waiting for. That was his win condition. He knew that if he could get Arsene, that he was still in that game. But Troy, with a well-placed forward air, was able to shut that down before he even got a chance to start with Arsene.
Yeah, definitely. I think Ravenking was expecting a burst option of dash attack towards the ledge as he was waiting and not really approaching, even though he was in the corner, waiting for, Arsene to automatically turn on. And Troy just waited for that, a roll in or jump in to cover with the forward air instead of going for the dash attack that would leave him in end leg and just, lose the game for him. So great patience on Troy after just a crazy game, too. Oof.
That was
both players thinking. I mean, it's just going back and forth here just with both these teams. And I think Ravenking and ATATA are thinking about their stage choices right now. I think the Joker is working out to the point where I don't think we need to see Ike unless it's like a Game 5 Hail Mary if you just don't want to deal with it. But I think the Arsene and just getting it as much as possible, Rebels guarding everything, has been working out so well for them during this set.
Yeah, I don't see any reason to really change at this point. I think all the characters are working well for all the players. Yeah, we're going to continue to see the Joker, like I said. There's no reason to really change. Yeah, you lost that 1v1 in the end, but you still made that very, very stressful for Troy. You got to wonder if playing that hard starts to wear on you a bit. This has been a long bracket. You got to wonder if any of these players are going to start to show some signs of fatigue.
It could be, but we're seeing actually a stage change to small battlefield, which is definitely what ATATA and Ravenking are looking for. And basically, Ravenking's whole plan of getting Arsene as much as possible, and this being more scraps. Arsene coming out at the perfect time to save Ravenking from an unfortunate early stock just in time here.
I thought for sure that he was going to be dead there, but thankfully that Arsene came out and was able to save him, and now Troy is actually in an edge guard situation.
They're just hitting each other back and forth. We're only 30 seconds in. Everyone's at near 100%. This is just a very scrappy game.
Tried to get that downer over there on the side, Troy did. And now, Dany's going to be looking for a kill on the other side on ATATA, but that PK Thunder was able to save him. Doesn't save him from that back air, though.
No, that was a really good back air. Gets a down air spike from Troy, but not finding anything off of Ravenking. And we're seeing here, Dany playing a little bit further away, letting Troy deal with both players on the edge there as he throws in some buster shots just to get some extra damage of both of them.
So get back to the stage right now.
Yeah, we're seeing ATATA look for some back airs, trying to find a kill, but that up throw will be killing right before Arsene comes out to play. Blue team is in a very favorable position starting off in game 3.
And both of them at high percents, but still, again, they just feel in complete control of this game. I have seen, well, okay, unfortunately Dany is going to lose that stock right there, and
yeah, definitely.
I'm going to stop talking now.
I think it's the issue of, like, we wanted close quarters for Ravenking to proc Arsene more, but I think it's too close as, you know, Dany and Troy are just doing a lot more damage, not having to run as far to catch up to the opponent to deal more damage in combos.
There's that forward air on the ledge for Rool, and he does get the Nair stage spike. That will definitely take out ATATA, send him to his last stock. And the down air up smash sends Ravenking to his.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is just a very unfortunate situation for red team here, and they really need to have something work out as blue team is up by 2 stocks here apiece, and very early percents, especially for Dany here. Seeing here trying these edge guards for Troy, but it's not working. Troy's still making it back to ledge more and more. Even though he's taking that percent, he's not losing those stocks, though, and that's what really matters. Raw back air Tetrakarn will be taking out Troy's second stock.
That was a huge counter right there. That was exactly what red team needed, something to get them back in this game.
Oh my god! ATATA with the big down air, taking a stock early from Troy, and that's exactly what red team needed as he gets a rocket into Troy as well to put on extra damage. If red team can find the kill first, then they are sitting pretty to win this third game. Another tech, and he doesn't save ATATA.
That one was techable, unlike the other ones that we saw in the previous games.
And
that
game.
Nair,
Yep.
That was so well played at the end by Dany and Troy.
Yeah. Very unfortunate that Arsene was not coming out just in time for that, because obviously you have to deal with the grapple hook. But I mean, it turned around really fast for blue team. You know, Dany and Troy, they almost lost that after the unfortunate stock loss that ATATA was able to steal from Troy on his third stock there.
Oh man, what a crazy game 3. Game 3s are huge for shifting the momentum back into your favor. That's exactly what Dany and Troy just did right there.
Yeah, definitely. And we're seeing, I think Ravenking is thinking about the Ike pick, but no, he's going to be sticking with the Joker. They might be going back to PS2 instead of Small Battlefield, but it all depends on what they're feeling for these stage choices.
And we are going to end up seeing, yep, just like you called, we are back to PS2.
2 close quarters on Small Battlefield.
Yeah, you need a little bit more room to run around. You don't want to be sent off stage as much, especially if you're a Ravenking. We saw that the grappler hook just really was a big weakness of him in that last game, as Troy was just able to keep going out there and getting those nairs.
Yeah, and it really just doesn't matter.
Oh,
big
God.
back air. Blue team looking to get that run back on Wolfie and Grease Almighty.
They look
really
hungry right now. They are starving for that run back.
They are, but ATATA almost getting that PK fire set up on Dany. Not quite, though. Still doing some extra percent, but these early stock losses from ATATA has been really detrimental towards red team compared to the survivability of blue team.
We've seen that happen already in a couple games now during this set, and that is not what you want if you're the red team. You are looking to get into grand finals, and when one of your members of your team is putting you in a pretty big hole early on consistently, that is a huge, huge issue that needs to be addressed immediately.
Getting caught by the flash, Ravenking is going to be losing his first stock there, as Dany and Troy are still hanging on to their first stocks at a little bit of higher percent, but they are just dealing extra damage, extra credit, and that's exactly what they need. Yep. There goes Troy's first stock.
Ravenking right
Ooh, and the miss tech. Troy's the only one who's been really teching throughout this set. Like ATATA and Dany, I haven't seen Ravenking too much, but Troy's the one who's been on lock with that R button for sure.
You gotta have your techs on lock, especially in doubles.
Especially if you're a heavy. But once again, Troy finding another backer spike on ATATA. What is happening here?
Oh, we've got madness coming out here in losers finals of the Works doubles tournament, and it just continues to get better and better.
These early stock losses are just not good. Can we see a three-peat? Not quite. Troy does not go for it against ATATA, but it's just really scary. We're seeing another down air, up air, as blue team is now on the way to win and get their spot in loser side grands. Can ATATA and Ravenking bring it back?
But hold up!
No, it's got one stock, and I don't know if Ravenking's going to be able to make it, especially with the 3 stocks and the survivability K-Rool's been having. But we could see the redemption from Game 2 that we saw before.
Whoa.
Those combos that are coming out.
I wanted to see that connect so badly. Yeah, and right now, the grappler hook is back. Ravenking able to get back that time, but accidentally gets hit by the forward throw and does lose a stock. Still 2 fresh stocks right now for the blue team, so you're not necessarily the most worried right now.
Yeah, we're seeing here their same situation that we saw earlier in this set where one covers the roll-in and one covers the closer options. Can we see another up smash kill coming out from Wolfie? Or not Wolfie, excuse me, Troy. I see a wolf and I say Wolfie.
He's going to be able to get back this time once again, but just that walk-up tilt from Dany is going to send Ravenking to the skies and send Troy and Dany into Grand Finals.
Yeah, they didn't really need to,